Two researchers from Stanford University did a study to see whether or not white online sellers have the upper hand, okay, compared to black online sellers.
Man, if black folks are getting discriminated on when people can't even see them, I'm going to get mad.
Well, this is a really interesting study because what the researchers did is they used iPod ads online, right? Let's say on Craigslist and eBay, they're trying to sell a used iPod. And in the picture, they had either a white hand holding the iPod or a black hand holding the iPod.
Oh, that is super interesting.
Yeah.
That is super interesting.
And also, in some of them, you'll have a hand that has tattoos on it.
Oh,
okay?
that's sketchy. No way.
Right.
I'm not buying that one.
So it's interesting that they did that.
Did they have any Asian hands?
What are Asians supposed to be? Yellow? Any yellow hands?
The Native American hand, and it's like red. See, I never understood why they call them Redskins. I mean, yeah, they got a tan and such, right? But I never saw the red, and I never saw yellow in Asians. I think people just like to put colors to things.
Right,
know?
exactly.
But anyway.
Okay, so this is what the findings were to the study. The black sellers received 13% fewer responses and 17% fewer offers.
Oh, come on, man. They can't catch a break, man. Jesus.
And I just want to clarify, they didn't only use one site. They didn't only use Craigslist. They used a variety of different online sites where you can sell merchandise.
My guess is the tattoo man did even worse.
The tattooed individuals did just as bad as the black sellers.
Okay, now look, it's not right to discriminate against the guy who's got a tattoo, right? But at least there's some clue there, right? You're thinking, all right, maybe the guy's younger, maybe the guy's a badass, maybe he's a biker. I'm making stuff up, but maybe, right? I mean, but with the black guy, you got, or the black hand or the white hand, you got no clue whatsoever. And now, okay, look, that's an excellent study, because think about this. For all the right-wingers who tell you, no, we're past racism. There's no racism in the country at all. You libs just keep talking about it when nobody in the country is actually racist. Okay, how do you explain this? No, I'm asking you. It's a real question. How do you explain this?
I mean, I think that someone who makes the claims that you just mentioned right now would point to methodological errors and things like that. Like, oh, well, you know, how credible is the study? Things like that. But look, this shows that racism is still very real. Discrimination is very real. And look, there are more indications in the study that I want to read to you. Okay, so prospective buyers were 70% less likely to use their name in an email when contacting the black seller.
What's he going to do, come to your house? No, but there's no racism in the country. The black hand, white hand. I mean, it's just based on a hand you got this kind of stereotyping going on. All right, go ahead. What else?
Also, buyers corresponding with black sellers exhibit lower trust, okay? What happens is they are 44% less likely to accept delivery by mail and 56% more likely to express a concern about making a long-distance payment.
Look, man, if you're... I'm so mad listening to this. Imagine if you're black, I mean, you got to put up with this shit all the time. And on top of putting up with all this stuff, then you got, you know, jerks on the other side saying, oh, yeah, it's just in your head. Oh, it's just in your head. No, it's in your head, okay? I mean, people are doing this discrimination based on what's in their head, not on, it's just a hand, that's all it is. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Look, all we try to do on this show, okay, is to give you perspectives, right? So that you can get a better understanding. So if you're white and you never had that problem, I mean, you never had somebody telling you, I don't know, you're kind of sketchy because of the color of your skin. I don't really trust you, so you got to do X, Y, and Z to prove yourself.
Right.
It's hard for you to understand where black guys are coming from, right? And what I'm asking you to do is make a little bit more of an effort to try to figure that out, right? And so take stuff like this and understand and go, okay, all right, you know what? I get it. I get that's why people are upset. So let me see what everybody can do to get beyond it. You know, I don't think it's too much to ask for. And look, and be open to evidence and be open to facts. So if they had done that study and it had come out even, I would have been open to that. I'm like, okay, that's great. We're making progress. Look, we have a black president. Are we making progress? Absolutely. Have we made progress since the 60s? Are you crazy? But is it done?
Of course not.
Come on. It obviously isn't. Of course, there was another study, too, of the black names and white names that they used in setting out the resumes, right? And they put, like, Tyrone Washington or something. It's goofy things like that. But it was a great study done by, very well done by some of the top universities in the country. And the black names were far less likely to get hired. And it goes down the list, whether you're getting a loan, whether you're getting a cab, etc. And then they turn around and go, what? Why don't you relax? You're always talking about racism.
You know, when you were gone, I did this story with Ben and Michael, and it had to do with a study that was done in Italy. And what they did is they had respondents attached to brain scanners, like they connected them to brain scanners, and they were forced to watch a video. And the video had either a person of the same race as them getting pinched by needles, or a person of a different race getting pinched by needles. The brain scanners indicated that if a person of the same race was getting hurt, they would feel they would feel bad for them. They would actually they'd feel more empathy for them. But if it was a person of a different race, they were less likely to feel empathy. And it's interesting because there's brain scanners. It's not like they're self-reporting.
Right. You know, that is really interesting. We're all humans, right? And we're all subject to this. It's not like we're immune from this. I wonder how, our brains would work. Like, if I see an Indian guy getting, I'm like, oh, well, that's his problem, man, not my problem. I got no empathy there. But you see an olive-skinned fella from the Middle East, I'm like, wait a minute, don't put that needle in him. Come on now. Okay. I don't know. We should do that test. We should bring in those Italian doctors.
But that's scary because you might think that you're not discriminating against other people and you don't have, racialist viewpoints or whatever, but then it turns out that this brain scanner tells you that you don't feel sorry for the fella that's not the same race as you. That's scary.
Yeah, that is scary. All right, well, we're going to keep doing this show until we fix it. Okay, then they're going to do that hand test and the Italian test and the resume test, and then it's going to come out even, and then you know what we're going to do? Okay, end of this. Won't that be a lovely day? Now, I talk about long-term projects on TYT. That's a really long-term project.